I'm not gonna lie. It's bad to say, but this is not the worst it's ever been. I've been through worse. I've actually been through worse. So this jail was kind of like vacay jail a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
She acting like she the victim. This is really a video that I really wanted to take a look at. I really thought this was kind of a whole disturbing kind of like circumstance with Silky's assistant, you know, kind of getting essayed by, not kind of getting, I mean, it happened in 4K, but getting essayed by these two streamers who were banned for 1 day. Twitch is ridiculous with a lot of this type of stuff. I mean, if it happened the other way around, this man would not only be in prison, but he'd be in fear for his life anytime he left his house. But let's take a look at this video Moist Critical's doing on this and just kind of talk to the situation.
And I just can't get it. I truly don't understand what is going on with Twitch that just leads them to making the worst decisions so brazenly. Like, they have to have the orb of confusion somewhere in the office up there, and it is just wreaking havoc on their brains. It is incomprehensible. There is a streamer, her name is Nina. She has on stream, on Twitch, twice now, sexually assaulted people. I'll show you the clips because
twice is crazy. Twice is crazy.
It is textbook sexual assault. And she was banned.
It was
1 day initially. She got a 24-hour slap on the wrist, and then she was unbanned, which you can kind of write off maybe as a mistake on Twitch's end, like they didn't mean to unban her. Maybe someone was pulling some levers in the HQ, not knowing what they did. You had someone fucking blasting away at the buttons and accidentally unbanned her because she was banned shortly thereafter again. And I think every sensible person with a functioning frontal lobe expected that to be a permanent ban because she's wow, I'm porky pigging right now.
Porky pigging right now, but he's right. Like, he's completely right.
She sexually assaulted 2 people on stream on their platform. If you don't take that seriously, what the fuck are you going to take seriously? It's a
Because the thing is, too, is like this kind of sets like an example. Like, if you see certain people getting away with things, then other people don't think that it's wrong. So sometimes you gotta, like, for instance, like they say we had to throw the book at them, or they say we had to make an example out of them. The reason why you do this is to prevent other people from doing it. So now, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's say if a girl is holding a man down and, you know, something like that, like on Twitch right now, like, and if they were to get banned, they could say, hey, well, Nina only got banned for a week. I thought this was okay. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where it's like you gotta have a certain type of standard, and you gotta uphold that standard so it's kind of equal with everyone. Because I already know there's a lot of males, like I know people who have been banned on Twitch for you know, like calling someone fat. Like, you know what I mean? So imagine being like perma banned on Twitch for calling somebody fat when like other people are actually like SAing. Like, it's insane.
Crime. It's sexual assault. So everyone expected that one to be an indefinite ban. But it was only a week. She is now unbanned.
Week is crazy.
Return stream. So it seems like Twitch truly only gave her a week vacation here. That's crazy. A week-long timeout. Pretty close to that scene in SpongeBob where they steal a balloon on Free Balloon Day and the cops put them behind bars for 3 seconds saying, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime, and then, oh, you're free to go. That, for sexual assault, is unbelievable.
Let me know in the comments, too, if you've seen that episode he's talking about where they steal the balloon.
Oh my God. Saeed, hey, come here. I got you. Saeed, come here.
Joey, you can't. Joey, you can't.
23,
No.
he's consensual.
No, he's not consensual.
Yes, he is.
He's not even saying nothing.
He likes it. Yeah, give.
Oh, no.
That's crazy. Like, imagine if this was the other way around and a dude literally had a girl like in a headlock like this, like trying to twerk on him, or he trying to dwerk, I guess, on her and everything like that. That would be atrocious.
I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Hold on.
That was the clip.
Chisoki's like, I don't think he wants it.
His name. He was not consenting to any of this, and Nina is the one that's like holding him and twerks on him. And his friends are even saying he's not consenting to this, and they do not care. They are forcing it upon him. And this is just a piece of a longer clip, and in the longer clip, they throw him on the bed and start, like, trying to rip at his clothes. They also take his bag and start going through his bag. And this whole time, he is making it very clear he does not want this, and he is uncomfortable with it.
Now they got it.
This was even worse. Like, how you gonna really pick up the man? You gonna pick up the man? Like, you know how embarrassing that is too? Like, bro, why are y'all manhandling this man? Like, he's saying no. He's clearly showing that he doesn't want any of this. Like, it's ridiculous. And it's like all the other guys in the room, it's like y'all sitting there doing absolutely nothing. But I guarantee you, if it was the other way around, whatever two men was trying to drag that girl in the room would be getting a severe case of the beats, I'm sure. And publicly shamed.
Take it off. Hey, yo, cut the cameras, cut the cameras. Yo, cut the cameras, bro. Zo, do your shit.
Cut the cameras, it's crazy.
No outside clothes on the bed, hold on. What's going on?
You can't just forcibly take
Hey,
it.
nah, it ain't like it's
Yeah, let me get that bag. Let me get that bag. This is a nice bag. Hold on, this is a nice bag.
Yo,
How much this cost?
Like, I mean, obviously, you know, just the point that they're going through his bag isn't really a big deal considering, like, the, you know, sexual stuff that was, like, going on. But, like, just the lack of respect, like, to me, these are just kind of, like, nasty people. Like, you just don't, like, when it's going through somebody's, like, possessions that aren't yours, when is that, like, a funny joke? Like, you know?
Turn around. Start with the side.
Yo.
Oh, I need this. I needed this. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Zoe, he's not consenting.
Pretty clear-cut sexual
Yeah, they're literally saying he's not consenting.
assault here. You don't need to be Phoenix Wright here in order to argue why this is sexual assault. It's obvious. Yet, and this is something we've talked about in the past, a lot of people, when it comes to a man being sexually assaulted, take it very differently. So I saw when this clip was blowing up, and a lot of people I know, I've already talked about this because I'm tardy to the party, but I'm just so shocked that Twitch is not taking this seriously. A lot of people were talking about how it's actually not sexual assault. It's clear he's laughing. He's going along with it. It's for content. No, it's not sexual assault. He's having a good time. In fact, he wanted it. And that's something that you see a lot when it comes to sexual assault against men, where people say, like, it's not serious, don't be a bitch. A woman can't sexually assault a man because a man always wants sex. So this is a nothing burger. You guys are making a mountain out of a molehill. This isn't sexual assault at all. It's just good old-fashioned Twitch content, baby.
And yeah, that's true. That's a huge difference and a huge double standard. I mean, the world has double standards and people have to accept it, but we can all recognize these double standards and try to make changes when changes are due. And this is one of them where it's kind of like, you know, since men are primarily stronger than women, you know, men a lot of times, you know, people will say a man is weak or something like that if he allowed something like that to happen to him. You know, whereas it's not necessarily the same, you know, vice versa. So, you know, in this case, I think with this guy, you know, he's not really the most macho guy. You can tell he seems like kind of like a more nerdy kind of ish guy, you know. He's probably super embarrassed by just the point that, you know, what people probably being in the comments and saying like, hey, you probably should have wanted that. You probably don't get any girls anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, or them being like just the strength thing. Like, why were you able to let them overpower you? You must be weak, you know? And that's just something that we got to work on. We got to really like try to change.
And Nina herself even says how embarrassing it would be for a man like Saeed to say that this was sexual assault.
So what if he says, I feel like you did some shit wrong?
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was going to talk to him and be like, you definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me,
She's saying this like we didn't just see like this in 4K. Like,
I take accountability what I do. If you dead ass felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
that's terrible.
I was looking everywhere for him.
Wow, what an angel. Pretty watertight defense right there. Checkmate. The fucking last few neurons remaining in her brain really scrambling there to come up with the perfect cope, and damn did she hit a home run with that one. So she is saying, Oh, he didn't get sexually assaulted. Oh, okay. Well, if you say so, all right. You would know, of course. Yeah, no. It doesn't matter what he thinks happened. You're saying he didn't get sexually assaulted, so then it must not have happened. You're right. And then she goes on to say,
it's like, imagine trying to gaslight all of these people like we didn't literally see this. Either this or she actually just doesn't know what essay is. But I mean, if you don't know what essay is, then you need to not be allowed outside if you don't know how to act. Like, it's not an excuse. Like, you don't get to essay people because you don't know what essay is. Like, then you need to be in jail or something if you don't know how to, like, if you don't know how to not rob people and you don't really understand the term of robbery and that stealing from people is wrong, then you can't exist in society. Like, you gotta go somewhere where you can't be doing damage.
Think about it. Like, it'd be very embarrassing for him as a man. Wow. Is that so, Nina? Interesting. Do you keep that same energy when it comes to women that get sexually assaulted? Do you say the same thing? Like, oh, it'd be very embarrassing. She treats it like it's no big deal. She did nothing wrong. Rub some dirt in it, dweeb. Get over it. That's how she handles it. But I imagine if it was two guys who did this exact same thing to a girl on stream, if it played out exactly the same, there would be universal condemnation across the board, including from Nina herself, I imagine, and rightfully so, because... Stand back, brave take coming in. Plug your ears if you're not ready for the spicy take. Sexual assault is bad. I know. If you were standing up, you're...
It's very mind-blowing, guys. It's very mind-blowing that in the big 2025 we gotta come out and say these things, but it's I mean, hey, we see with Twitch banning somebody for a day, a week or whatever, like clearly there's still more work to be done. Like,
sit down, holy. It doesn't matter if it's a female or male victim, sexual assault in all of its forms is horrible, and everyone should be outraged and against it. So why do we treat it differently because it was two girls that did it to a guy? It is still sexual assault, and I can't believe we are still having this conversation about, like, sexual assault against men not being taken seriously. It's not a unicorn. It's not make-believe. This isn't the fucking tooth fairy we're talking about. It is a real thing, and there are male victims of sexual assault. Like, I can't believe that even needs to be said, but I guess Twitch needs a reminder that it is a crime. Like, anyone who is a victim of sexual assault is the victim of a crime.
I did want it to, like...
I wanted to say, too, like, the crazy thing about this situation is the situation actually happened months before anybody even, like, started really, like, looking into it and before she got banned and everything like that. So this whole thing really happened on stream. No one really said anything about it. And then now it's just now starting to come to light, which is crazy.
Them being banned is not really anything to me, because at the end of the day, like, sexual assault is a crime, and people that say that it's not sexual assault, I don't know what you think sexual assault is or anything like that, but I don't know what to tell you. Like, as a person that's literally dealt with sexual assault previously, it has taken a lot, like a large total on my head. I've dealt with something like this before, and I didn't want to. When I dealt with it originally, I was working at a job, and it was a gym, and I told my boss about it, and all he did was make jokes about it. And I tried to talk about it a lot more, and I didn't want to tell my parents. And it did affect me a lot. And this situation did bring back those memories.
This is Saeed being very open here.
That's what I'm saying. This is like, just seeing that clip, obviously, I mean, I feel like a lot of us can really, like, feel for this guy. You can just see how emotional he was about it. You could clearly see that he's really hurt by, this experience, and how this experience also, reminded him of another, bad experience that he had with this. And so just to see how much this is affecting him while these girls, like, basically got, like, a vacation, they call it, like, just, you're just off for a week and then you start back, just like a free vacation. You know what I mean? Like, where they essentially got a free vacation. It's just horrifying. It's terrible.
Talking about what's unfolded, even mentioning that he's gone through a previous sexual assault situation in his past where it wasn't taken seriously then. His boss was making jokes about it. And it took a toll on him. And now, in this case, it seems like Twitch itself is not taking it seriously and treating it like it's a joke. Considering Nina was only banned for a week. They slapped her in detention for a week, and now it's all sunshine and rainbows for her. She's back streaming again. And let me tell you, in her return stream, it's very clear she's learned her lesson. I think the week-long, benching here from Twitch has really helped put it all into perspective for her. You can see how apologetic she is and how remorseful she is for her actions.
That means hi, right? Oh, what the fuck, yo? Why you always hitting me? Stop with those punches. Oh, shit, I can't touch you no more because I have to make a sign of NDA. Sorry.
Why does she?
Yeah, that's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna come up 3 months later.
Why does she think it's so okay to be like aggressive like this to people? Like, you need to learn how to keep your hands to yourself. I never get that. It's always like the people too who aren't, like big, strong, and everything like that want to like be hitting on people, putting their hands on people. It's always like, let's say like a woman, or it's like a smaller person who feels like they have to like show their strength. Because normally, like when you see like a lot of like large people, they're normally kind of like passive. They kind of know they could crush somebody, so they're kind of normally just kind of like laid back, don't want to be like using too much of their strength,
I won't come. Oh, me punch you? You want me to punch you? Are you okay?
Did you send that in the air or no?
You sure? So I am not sexually assaulting you.
No.
I am not. You consent to this.
Yes.
You fully am okay with this.
Yes.
You will not use this clip against me later in 3 months later.
Never.
Or 9 months later.
No.
Or 6 months later.
No.
No? Hey, chat sees this, bro. Ready? All right.
Okay.
Ready? 1. You asked for this. Nod your head. 2 times. Did you get it?
Dude, why is he letting her do this? This to me is like a humiliation ritual. Like, is this how you get into the Illuminati? You got to do, they say you got to do all sorts and types of random stuff. Like, why are you just letting people like punch you like this? Like, you see, she's so excited to just hit this man, to inflict pain on this man. Like, again, all right.
Okay.
Wait, can I say something?
Damn.
Wait, can I say something?
Damn.
Listen, can I say something?
This seems like a real hoot and a holler. Man, she seems like a lot of fun to be around. So, I don't even know why she even threw out the word NDA. She has no idea what that is. I bet if you ask Nina what a non-disclosure agreement is or what it's for, she would just fucking blue screen. But the reason she's saying that is because she's just trying to insult everyone that made a big deal out of her sexually assaulting Saeed. And I haven't even shown you the other victim yet. I'm saving that till the end. But she's just treating it like it's no big deal. Like, oh, I guess I just can't touch people anymore. Not without like an NDA, I guess. And then this dude over here, this goober, I don't know if he's hiding his face out of embarrassment or shame, but if that is the case, I'd see why. Because that's pretty pathetic to be begging to be punched by this lady just for a crumb of attention. But yeah, that was her return stream, a real highlight moment from it. Some other really great tiddlywinks are when she's being mad at her friends for switching up on her after the sexual assault clip surfacing, where she was mad that they didn't fight tooth and nail for her honor. Even
expecting somebody to fight for you when everybody saw exactly what happened is absolutely insane. You know what kind of narcissist you got to be? That's like going outside beating up a grandma, and then when the video comes out being like, hey guys, you guys didn't hear my side of the story. Like, that grandma was really talking trash. Like really, I'm the victim.
though her actions are indefensible to a normal, sane person. So obviously her friends aren't going to go to bat for her, I imagine, or at least they shouldn't. Like, I don't care if you're her best friend, you should be able to come out and say, like, yep, that's fucked up, that is sexual assault. I don't support what's happened there.
Exactly.
And she's getting mad that people did exactly that. Like, her friends were like, nope, that's unacceptable. She expected them to just be like, no, you guys are misunderstanding. And then she goes in to be, like, upset that they weren't texting her to get her side of the story, even though there's no sides. It is sexual assault, no matter how you spin it. You can try and feign ignorance until the cows come home. It doesn't change the fact that what you did is still textbook sexual assault. Just because you are a woman who did it to a man doesn't mean that it doesn't count.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead, Nina.
All right.
Okay, Brad.
Actually not that bad.
I know. Concentrating on the button.
Okay, girl.
No, Nina. Oh my. got the best masseuse, Toast.
That was good.
Wow, she is so bold.
My spine.
You love to see it.
All right.
So bold, so bold. Yep, keep it up.
Push.
Yep.
And so let's see what this says over here on the side here. So it says, I was trying to get a massage from a physical therapist when Nina, IRL streamer who I've never met, pushed aside the therapist and started grabbing at my buns while I was already laid on the table. I felt good to go with it because I had 3 cameras pointing on my face and was at a spot to the bit. I did not want to escalate the situation. I was extremely uncomfortable the whole time. So imagine you don't even know her. You're at an event. You're supposed to be getting a massage by a professional therapist, and then all of a sudden somebody comes and starts grabbing on your buns. That's atrocious. See, this girl has a record of she has a history of doing this, and it's not going to stop because she doesn't get any repercussions because Twitch isn't going to do anything about it, clearly. He said, definitely should have said something in the moment and regret not doing so and a little ashamed. Because I know, I just know if I ever spoke about it again in the future, people will say you should have stopped it then. Yep. See, and that's a lot of the reason why people don't come out when there's allegations and stuff like that. Because, they're like, oh, well, I waited a long time, so people aren't going to believe me. But I always just say you speak your piece. As the earlier the better, but even if it's late, you still speak your piece. But the earlier the better for sure.
Toast shared his experience with Nina where he went there expecting a professional masseuse only to be met by a stranger named Nina, the fucking boogeyman here, coming up and giving him this massage where she was very clearly making a joke of it by just groping him, just grabbing on his ass cheeks there. She was grabbing those things like fucking motorcycle handles. It's not an accident. It's not unintentional. She didn't just wander down there while trying to give a legitimate massage. She is literally honking on his butt cheeks. And people are laughing about it, making light of the whole thing. Nina, oh my goodness, ha 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 ha. It's sexual assault. If that was a man that did that to a woman that was lying on that table, how many people would be laughing? Probably not very many. I imagine it'd be crickets for the most part. It'd be more silent than...
Yeah, that dude would be cooked. That dude would be in jail. Imagine he just comes up, moves a professional massage therapist out the way and then just starts grabbing buns. His streaming career would be over, but also too, if he tried to find a job outside of that, they just look it up and he'd be cooked.
In stand-up routine, there wouldn't be a lot of laughter. It wouldn't really be viewed as a holly jolly good time. I imagine most people would immediately try and say stop or step in, put the kibosh on it, but not here. Here, it's just treated as a joke. But why? Just because it is Nina doing this to a man, Toast, it doesn't make it not sexual assault. And in Toast's statement, he even says he has no idea who she was at the time of this. He was extremely uncomfortable, but didn't say anything in the moment because there's a bunch of cameras in his face, and it's hard to try and speak up in front of that because then it creates a tense situation. So it's an extra level of fear where it's hard to speak out and express, negative feelings in a case like this because, well, maybe now the streamers there view you as the bad guy or the chat starts attacking you or something. So it makes it very difficult. And it's something Toast briefly mentioned. And it's something that I've seen expressed numerous times in the past about it was hard to say anything in the moment because of all these cameras and all these people watching. And it's very true. Again, if this was a man that was doing this to a woman lying on that table, a complete stranger, just starts, honking on her butt cheeks there, how many people would be laughing?
Nobody.
Probably none. It shouldn't be treated differently in this case. This was still a non-consensual sexual act that was performed on Toast and Saeed that is not being taken seriously. She received a week-long ban, and that's it. And it's not like she herself has digivolved into a better person or anything, learned her lesson, expressed any real level of remorse or anything like that. She is still treating it as content. Just the idea of her sexual assault is now a joke on her stream. I just can't touch people anymore. I'll have to NDA you.
Yeah, and I think he really makes a good point there. It's the point that she's made this kind of into a joke. She even called it a vacation, that it's not a big deal. essentially just one of those things where with some people, they're not going to actually stop until there are actual real consequences for their actions. And I can tell that this is like, she's one of those types of girls. After everybody, all of these thousands and thousands of people told her she was in the wrong, since there were no direct consequences, she just doesn't care. And she's just going to keep on. She's just going to keep doing this until she gets consequences. I wouldn't be surprised if new allegations come out, you know, in the next 6 months or a year or so, you know?
That's crazy to me. That is just crazy. I know she issued an apology statement not long ago, which I think is pretty blatantly obvious, not her words. I think that was farted out through an actual PR firm, because I don't think she is capable of something like that. I'll stop blabbering here in just a moment, but it is so wild to me how little Twitch did here, and how little they seem to care about what's happened on their platform here.
For an actual crime.
They made plenty of questionable bans and unbans. Like having full-blown sex, penetrative sex on stream was a 3-day ban. And many other such cases of...
And this is why a lot of people say the downfall of Twitch is really like already begun and everything. Call of Duty's already down, like Battlefield's taking it, and now Twitch is like, it's having its downfall, because now it's just not the same place that it used to be. Like they're, you know, obviously they prioritize, you know, like female streamers in a type of way that makes things seem a lot unfair for a lot of males, which, you know, with Twitch being a primarily male based, it's like a video games is normally what it used to be. You know, like obviously that's going to be a problem, you know, and just the way that they're handling a lot of situations like this is just, it just ends up being a type of system where no one knows what the standard is. No one knows what's like, whether you're male or female, you know, no one knows what's actually okay. And that's really causing people to kind of like have a sour taste in their mouth when it comes towards Twitch.
Like that lady who full-blown spread her butthole goatsy style on stream, only being 24 hours, stuff like that.
See, wild.
Like, this is something so different from that, where that sexual content is something that shouldn't be allowed on Twitch and isn't by their own rules, and they don't seem to really enforce them all that well. This is literally not even just against their rules, it is against the law. Sexual assault, again, is illegal, and it has been broadcast on Twitch twice with this woman, Nina Lin, being the sexual assaulter. And they only give her a week ban for it. This is unlike anything I've seen from Twitch in the past. It is truly shocking. And I'll leave you with one more clip from Saint Nina here. You remember how I called this week ban basically?
Let's see what we've got.
Well, it's not just my words. She also views it that way as well.
W chat. I want to say W chat. So all the haters out there, y'all can suck my dick. Word 2, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you bitches, bro. You bitches not.
Why does she think it's okay? Like, I get certain people have certain vernaculars. I should get certain people, you may act a certain way. Some people are a little bit more animated than others, but come on, there's no reason to act like this. Like, there's just no reason to act like this. There's never an excuse to act like this.
Y'all been through nothing that I've been through. Fuck you. This ain't the worst it's ever been. I'm not gonna lie. It's bad to say, but this is not the worst it's ever been. I've been through worse. I've actually been through worse. So this jail was kind of like vacay jail a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
She acting like she the victim. She talking about, well, you know, this ain't the worst thing I've been through. Girl, you were supposed to be going through a bad situation. You did something wrong. You were being punished. You're not the victim. Ridiculous.
Nice work, Twitch. Vacay jail for sexual assault. Unbelievable. Anyway,
unbelievable.
That's really about it.
And yeah, that really is unbelievable. Let me know what you guys think about this situation. Do you guys think she should have got perma banned? How long do you guys really think her ban should be? And just let me know just kind of what you guys think about this whole situation in general. Like if you guys think the assistant was kind of in the wrong in any way, because I know certain people were saying, hey, you know, he looked like he was laughing. Or I heard too that a few days after that, you know, he was out with one of them or something like that. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think about it. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. We're going to be having a whole bunch more content, and stay blessed.